There we go. Okay. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was showing you some of the other things I had in here. What did I have? Oh, the scale. We're done talking about the scale. Electrician's tweezers, or needleless pliers, excuse me. This is invaluable. I mean, these are destroyed, and they will get destroyed. So don't, assume if you throw it in your tackle box, you will eventually see the end of them. But anyway, these are invaluable because they can basically, well, trust me, you never know when you need needleless pliers, and you don't want to stick your hand in weird places with fish with teeth and spines and things. Screwdriver. This is in case you have to and this is actually a jeweler's screwdriver, so this actually spins, or a tinier screwdriver, so the end spins, so you can work on smaller stuff. This one, I think, is this broken? Nope. Sometimes the ends will start spinning in here because this won't hold anymore, but this one's actually pretty good for taking apart reels and rods and things, because if you take a look over here, like let's say for example I had to turn emergency surgery on this guy, this is just the right size for those particular bolts, so I could get this apart if I had to, out somewhere. Also for here, maybe if you don't know this, with fly reels, one thing to keep in mind, these like to come loose occasionally, these like to come loose as well, if you have an older reel or a cheaper reel. So do these. So having a screwdriver with you is not bad. The spool can come off all by itself without a screwdriver, but the rest of the stuff you kind of need one. So keep one just in case, because the one time you don't have one with you, you're gonna wish you did, and you're gonna have to drive back because your reel's shot. Oh, my bag is breaking. This is a dehooking tool. It's kind of shit. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, fillet knife. Now this is the old ancient fillet knife, and this I've had for years. It's wooden, so it floats. This thing, this is great. This can do all sorts of things. It can open up bottles, if you know what I mean. But it can also cut through weird things of bait. It can fillet on the fly if you want to. And you just never know when you need a really, 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 really sharp knife. But I wouldn't use this for prying stuff open. Or anything like that, because you'll snap it in half, because it is a fillet knife after all. And I've had this one again for years and years and years and years, and it's really nice because it doesn't have the plastic on it. Because most of the time when you get a fillet knife, you have the stupid plastic Rapala things. Well, this one's actually steel, so this actually is a little bit more heavy duty. So it's nice to have. If you can find one like this, but these are rare to find. I don't know if you find one like that anymore, besides your odd bait shops and things. This one actually came from Arnegar, North Dakota, I think. I think so. Okay, so we got this. That koozie, which goes back in the spool. Okay, tackle box. And notice I have a soft tackle box. Some my wife gave me. You can have a hard one, but a soft one's nice. The strap's nice. It's comfortable. If you're walking all over the place and you bang your tackle box in your hip, this one won't kill you, whereas the other ones will. Alright, this side is all weights. So let's see if we got enough. Just gonna grab a handful here and see what we got. Okay, so we got some spoon weights, so they have a bit of a curve to them, so these actual flip, so that's good. I got some of those. We have your straight, these are classic catfishing weights. These you actually put before your leader to the end of the line, so these come before the leader, or you could have them go all the way down to the hook. It's up to you. Bottom side down first, but you can play around with it, who cares. But anyway, these basically hold your line on the bottom, the line goes through it, and they lay flat, so you need to have a couple of those. Bullet sinkers, in case you're having trouble getting a bait to stay in one position. These basically shoot through the water and hit the bottom and embed themselves. So also be careful, because you'll think you're snagged when really it's just the weight's just dug in the bottom. For muddier bottoms, sandier bottoms, no problem. Your regular style of egg sinkers, which are good to mix up with stuff if you're trying to mix around with weights or having an issue or just need a backup weight. They can do all sorts of things. And little tiny bell sinkers. And these I like with little bells on the end, or the little hooks on the end of them. So these actually can slip up and down the line, and then they will hold the line down but keep it off the bottom a little bit. So they won't just force the line into the mud, whereas these will actually, when they lay flat, you're seeing how close they are. They will drag stuff through the mud a little bit. At least that's my opinion. And we got your dime looking ones. Same sort of thing, but these will lay flat, so they won't roll. But they can also get snagged easier because they got some corners on them, some edges, so they won't come around stuff. Yeah, see how this here? I mean, I like these little hooks things. These are fine. if you're not dealing with really heavy current and not a whole lot of snags. If you are, this is going to get caught right here, and it will snap your line. It will hold long enough to snap your line. These usually can flip out of stuff because they've got a little bit more rounded edges and can kind of get away with things. If you pull and push and pull and push, these will kind of break free, but things with a hard edge on them usually won't. So like these guys will kind of get stuck sometimes. These guys definitely will. And anything where the top of it's got a kind of a angle to it, you're going to have trouble with them. Do I have anything else like that? And I got a bunch. Yeah, that's all. And then I just have more of the same. So that's good. Variety of weights between 1 ounce and 2 ounce. 3 ounce if you're really crazy. You can keep a couple 3 ounce in there. Some of them are already rigged up for my special types of riggings. So that's good there. Alright. And last but not least, actually this isn't the last bobber side. Various bobbers. I don't use them very often. And actually I'm missing some of the good ones. These guys are heavy duty enough, but I used to have some of the big heavy duty bobbers. And I don't think I have any of those. I might be out of them. We're talking things that can hold up big chunks of bait. These are nice to have in case you're getting impatient. Put the bell on, wait for the bell to ring. Then you don't keep watching your line like you're an idiot. Handy to have. Do not use it as a way of lazy fishing. It's just to make sure you don't grab it right away. Okie dokie. And then here we got is all the paper stuff you should keep. This is actually really nice. A friend of mine made this for me. This is actually weight to length ratios for fish in North Dakota. This is actually off the North Dakota DNR website. If I could put the link in the description, I would. I don't remember where he got this from. But then this is laminated so it doesn't get wet. Let's see what else we got here. We have pre-rigged line with a couple of hooks on there, and notice I'm down to my one. So I usually have this full before I start in the summer, but I only have the one left, so I'll probably start fishing with this. And when I lose it, then I'm gonna have to go buy more. Power baits. These guys can catch various game fish when nothing else will. We're not talking catfish, we're talking walleye and anything else that goes for a lure. If you happen to find yourself on a Minnesota lake or some other lake or something like that and nothing else is working, stick with these. Have these in your tackle box at all times. That color, that shape. You always should have these. I've had so much luck with these, it's not even funny. Alright, a little bit of real lube, just in case you have problems. Again, it's just preventative measures. A pen, should always have a pen. Let's see what else we got here. We got some lighter line in case you need to make various types of rigs. Let's see, I shouldn't be digging my hands in here because there's probably a loose hook. I'm going to impale my hand on it. There's a notepad, all sorts of weird stuff. So I'm going to do this. Let me just shove this back in for a second. Get this all away. I even have some weird stuff in here. Alright. The other thing I've got, which I should show you, is, let me zip this up. Okay. These little, like, hair ties, like this one's purple. I used to have long hair this winter, and I cut all my hair off, but I have a bunch of these left. And some of the thicker ones are nice. These are good for one reason. I'll show you if I can do this. Not sure if I can. But, you know, when you're rigging your rod and you have your weight hanging around or you have stuff hanging off of it or whatever, it kind of bangs around and gets snagged, right? Well, these guys, what you can do, let's see if I can do this. Let me find a different loop. There we go. Okay, so like this right here. So let's say your weight's like right around here and just hanging free, right? Well, you can tie it here and then use these things to go around it. I'm doing this one-handed, so this is kind of tough. So you just kind of put it like that, and there you go. And then you can actually have your weight there. And you can make it tighter or whatever, but they're soft, so they don't scratch. And they're not rubber, so they actually last longer. So hair ties, actually, are a very good thing to have. And then you don't have to buy those like $5 clips that they sell. They make specifically for that. That's it. That's it, everybody. So that's kind of the getting ready. And so what I'm doing right now is just cutting off line. Cut off about, I don't know, 60 yards or so, or if you're so inclined, you can redo the whole reel. In fact, they probably recommend you redoing the whole reel, depending on how much length you've lost. I don't, because basically a lot of this line doesn't get cast out and back and cast out and back. Mostly gets cast out and sits, so it doesn't really go through a whole lot of pain. But just to be safe, that I want to get to some of the new stuff that's underneath the reel here that hasn't been stretched too much. So that's kind of it. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Catch you guys on the water.